Hello, I'm Saint Lucia and welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. The decades-long challenge of chronic violent crime has raised questions about the effectiveness of St. Lucia's criminal justice system. A huge backlog of cases, exacerbated by a shortage of both private and public criminal trial lawyers, and insufficient courts, continue to impede the swift administration of justice. While the custody suites, the halls of justice, and the Northern Divisional Headquarters are under construction, the system struggles to keep pace with the crime rate. Some argue these challenges, coupled with extended pretrial detention in certain cases, can erode public trust. So we ask, are you confident in the criminal justice system? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
I would say from my experience, currently, no. Reason being, there is no legal aid, no representation for the less fortunate. Cases are dragging for too long and all of this. So if something is being put in place for this, I think it will be, the court system would work more effectively. For example, the witness protection system is not in place. Judges and magistrates are not imposing the high fines that are put in place by the government. So if something is being done about it, I think that to expedite the process, I think we would have a much better court system.
Like it's often said, justice delayed, justice denied. The whole justice system needs to be revamped and revised because you see court cases take so long before they could call. The magistrates and the police, all of them, they have to work hand in hand. So you find a lot of times that criminals get away with so many things. Even when you are caught with a firearm, the $30,000 fine was imposed, and most of the time, the criminals just get a slap on the wrist. So I don't believe that it is effective.
Because there are lots of things that are left wanting. For example, the legal aid. We need some kind of witness protection as well here in things. I find a lot of crime is going unsolved. I find there's always a lot of wait for justice to be served. That people go to court and there's nothing in place. Magistrates don't sit on cases. Cases are prolonged, and so it's really frustrating. There are lots of things that even us as citizens, I will tell you, they are calling us as citizens to say things about the things we see, or if we see anything that are illegal. But we are frightened, you know. We cannot go out and say it because we are afraid for our own sakes, for our own self, that the things that we say may be repeated and said that we told. So some of us keep quiet about certain things. But I wish it would improve. I find the government is trying its best. I wish the policemen too would see the need to forget about money and put citizens first.
The criminal justice system not working good for the people because there are people that are frustrated inside of prison. They're there for simple matters and the judges and them taking too long to make the case, and the fellas getting frustrated. So that's time for them to check on the fellas because the fellas have 10 years already on remand, 11 years or 6 years in remand. They're getting frustrated because up and down case of June, the people have family outside there, the people have children outside there. So you need to do something.
Non, il ne peut pas travailler bien. Parce que là, les gens qui remandent qui n'ont pas certaines questions, et les autres, la famille qui dort, c'est pour cause ça qu'ils veulent pour une revanche. Parce que si la justice travaille bien, l'homme là qui a chillé, lui-même qui a pour justice, même manière, l'autre là qui est chose là. So, c'est pour ça qu'on a joué l'année, chaque bagaille qui a allé, c'est because of justice là, pas travailler bien.
And people who have brought the matter to them getting frustrated. They wanting to take the law into their hands. They see now it would have been better if they had taken the law into their hands and take action over their own matter. And then what would be said, they use too much force. But then when you go to them, what you get in is just dragging and dragging. Watch where they have body lay in the bush. When you have to go there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they don't even have a canteen for you to eat something. How will you feel? I don't support that they're doing a fair job. That thing must be fixed properly.
Yeah, well, that question is kind of relative. If you ask those that have been faced directly if they will give, with this situation justice-wise, they will give you their own opinion with regards to it. Now, I can see that the government is currently making strides to improve, ameliorate some of the conditions we have here, like a new infrastructure for the courts and so forth. But I mean, with the backlog of cases, we're hoping that that can be improved also. And in terms of legal representation for the underprivileged, I think that needs to be done, and a witness protection system that we can aid in fighting crime, you know, and crime mitigation, so that I think the public can play a vital role in that aspect of it. So I think there is room for improvement, but yet I will encourage them to do better, you know, and work in tandem to make it what Saint Lucia really requires, you know, legal-wise and justice-wise.
Thanks for those responses. And now to our new discussion. The island's healthcare facilities have seen bed space increasingly taken up by COPD patients, most of whom are young men. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, is a serious lung condition that makes it difficult to breathe. Smoking both tobacco and marijuana can lead to COPD at a younger age. There are concerns about the rise in smoking and marijuana consumption, including the mixing of marijuana with other drugs, potentially leading to detrimental outcomes. This trend has broader implications for the nation, with working-age men in poor health potentially affecting economic productivity. So we ask, do you believe COPD is a looming healthcare crisis in St. Lucia? Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and the new discussion.